Mother Nature. She has a funny way of expressing her love towards us. She offers terrain so dense with forests, you can't see through them. She offers mountains so grand, it's almost impossible to climb them. She gives us an abundance of materials we call resources, and she also has the power to take them away. She gave us the night, and in the morning, she gave us the sunlight to see some of the most majestic landscapes we can find. It's campsites like this that make the arduous tasks of finding these locations so worth it. All right, a few questions for you guys. Compare this camp spot to Rubicon Springs.
This is more my style. I like dispersed camping, and Rubicon Springs is super fun, good for a good party time. This waterfall over here is amazing, and it drowned out some gunfire last night, which is fantastic for sleeping.
I don't know how much it was drowned out. Yeah, I think the Springs was much better if you got, if it was a big group over there, multiple groups, just kind of a party atmosphere. But here, I mean, we're filling it up. There's nobody else coming in here. Super remote, waterfall. I give it a 10.
10.
10.
I'll give it a 10.
I'll give it a 10.
Also a 10.
And how do you compare the trail Rubicon to Fordyce?
Better. No, Rubicon was just, we got in there right before Jeepers Jamboree came in and kind of smoothed stuff out. So I think we hit Rubicon about the roughest time of the year you could hit it. And it was a tough trail. It certainly wasn't easy, but Fordyce for me was just better. The views, I think, were better. The obstacles are better. The way it mixes smooth dirt trails through the woods and through the forest, massive trees with rock obstacles. To me, it's way better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, the Rubicon was a lot more challenging than I thought it was going to be, but it's just non-stop rocks, jagged rocks, rocks, rocks. Nothing taking anything away from the rocks here on Fordyce, but I definitely like a little bit of flat to big ass obstacles, and it's been super fun.
Well, here we are, day 2 on the Fordyce Trail. Woke up, had a good breakfast. Actually woke up halfway through the night to a little excitement. We had a bear decide to come and visit us in camp, but we're jumping into day 2 here on the Fordyce Trail with a quick little stint over to windshield 3, and from there, however long that takes us, it'll be the trip out. But so far, we're jumping right back into the technical stuff. It's challenging right out the gate, just getting out of our epic campsite down by the waterfall, and this has got all the makings of an epic day.
An epic day is how it started. And then it turned into not so epic day when Cooper broke something in his front axle. It was from this point Cooper had to pedal his truck, more than he hoped for.
been a pretty intense morning so far.
It's been good. I love these trails. It's
Yeah.
insane. Yeah, Jared lost the window. We saved him though. Came around the corner. He would have took out the whole back of his Jeep. So we got him stopped and got him up. But they're incredible trails. Awesome.
You have any issues so far this morning?
Just some minor little setbacks, I guess you could say. Nothing too crazy. Just a little bit of smashed glass in the back of the hardtop, but I mean, I'm not going to cry about it. I came out here to wheel and try lines that, you know, my Dynatrac axles can get me up, and I could have went up it no problem, unassisted, but I didn't want to ruin my whole hardtop, so decided to take a winch line and be smart. Once the glass went, I decided, you know, I don't really want to buy a whole nother hardtop here in Reno, so got to drive it back to Texas. So yeah, busted the glass out, but hey, we're gonna keep moving, and I'm not gonna be upset about it. It's a Jeep. That's what we do with these things. We beat on them. So good times.
This day, well, it started off beautiful. We were camped at this scenic location right next to a waterfall. It was kind of a babbling brook, so to speak, kind of a nice way to wake up and ease into the day. Little did we know, stuff was about to get real. Yep, we were putting tires on obstacles. A couple of the guys took some harder lines, and me, of course, in my overland rig was like, I gotta go back there and give that a whirl. So backed up, went on over, and it was just a little bit too tight. Ended up blowing out one of the hubs. And to add insult to injury, because, well, this happens to everyone, I'm like, why are my lockers not working? Yeah, sometimes you just gotta remember the little things, like turning on your air compressor. But I'm working it in three-wheel drive now. I got one front and both rears, obviously, and it's been tight. This is definitely a technical trail. I don't know that I will take a 2500 on it ever again, but it's been a lot of fun, and we still got more to go, so booyah.
Oh man, I mean, honestly, Fordyce is pretty legit. I mean, what do you think? You've been riding it all day. Driving, riding, spotting.
For me, this has not snubbed South Dakota yet.
No? Well, we'll get to try that next year. It's pretty close.
No, I think it's the close number 2.
I mean, the scenery, the camping spots, I mean, first off, you have to have some balls to come in here. You're not going to take your average new Jeeper like you are on the Rubicon and come back here, because forget it. I mean, you may as well park your Jeep someplace. It's tight, technical, and a lot of it, but the scenery, the camping spots, the epicness of what this is something I've never seen before. But we don't want to tell anybody because we don't want them all coming here. But the beauty of this is, you know, it's got a very short time frame that you can actually come on this trail. So, you know, from the middle of June to whenever they decide to start letting the water out of the lake to start gathering winter runoff, that's all you get to come back here. So, you know, it's unreal. Have you ever done this?
No.
No, me neither. So this is my first. And we've got a mile and a half of a lot of shit ahead of us.
Yep.
Put your nose into the not middle, right on. And then we gotta switch to the next two guys. So, you know, Eric and Ted. This is called progress. Right there.
At this point, Cooper has had to do a lot of three-wheeling. The plan was to get a few rigs up this winch hill and then winch the truck up. While that was going on, Jared made an attempt up the winch hill.
Blew a tire.
It was then that we realized his beadlocks were just cosmetic and he blew a bead.
Yes, sir.
We're about to be up here on the flat.
Who's this wee shit, Kimosabi?
What? He's got to go, otherwise he's going to slide off and in.
He's locked into the hill. He ain't got to go nowhere.
He's going to slide down into that hole right there.
Come on. Go slow. There it is. Hey, real easy right now, okay? Don't panic. Okay, come on. Faster. Come on. You're going to start climbing on there. We're going to make sure it doesn't unload. Come on. Faster. How you feeling? You good? I mean, you're not in there. It's fine.
Nervous as fuck.
The pucker factor for Jared's wife was at a 10, and she wasn't even in the rig.
You like that? Come on. You're not. Go slow. Hey, really easy right now. Get faster. Faster. More faster. Nope. Hey, right rear's about to slide down in that V.
When there's no other optional line, and you're off camber, it's better to be safe and toss a line on your rig to ensure it doesn't roll.
Yeah.
With the broken winch line and a mess of other issues with the front axle, we hit the last few miles of this trail.
So we've broken both front hubs on Cooper's 3/4 ton pickup, and they're the Dynatrac Dynatrac free spin kits is what I'm trying to say. And we got talking about it because they're basically a Ford Super Duty outer locking hub, and so I was like, well, one, I was going to offer to pull one out of my Jeep, put it in there, and then we would both be 3-wheel drive. And it got Jeremy's gears grinding a little bit. So basically what we did is we pulled the hub apart and then we put it in backwards, because on the Dynatrac free spin hubs, when you lock it, it actually pulls the gear out. Where most traditionally when you lock it, it pushes it in. So we basically just put it backwards. So his hubs are technically unlocked, but we turned them into drive flanges. So now we have 4-wheel drive back in that pickup. All these Jeeps that we have turned around backwards on the trail to help winch. I don't think we're going to need them. So we're going to put some tools away here real quick and get everybody turned back around and get going up the trail and try to get out of here before it gets too dark, but probably only have about 4 hours of light left. So we'll see. It's been a really, really awesome day. This is very technical wheeling just on like the main trail, not hitting the optional obstacles. So it's been a blast, but we all came together and kind of put our thought process in, and hopefully we can get off the rest of the trail clean and maybe get some dinner and a shower.
The trail fix didn't work, and things got worse. Rock stacking and winching, that was the theme for the evening. Rocks that couldn't be negotiated were then moved. With only 2-wheel drive at this point, that was the only option.
So our flipping the Dynatrac locking hubs backwards is working, but he's got internal differential issues. So we would have 4-wheel drive if it wasn't for whatever happened inside the differential, ring and pinion or something. But I don't know, since the time that we fixed it to now, we've probably gone a 1/4 mile, and it's been 3 hours or so, maybe. And we are literally winching this thing 10, 15 foot at a time. And I've just been helping with winch operations at this point in time. And we're kind of stuck right here, getting a plan put together. So as you can tell, sun's going down. I'm about to eat some dinner and regroup and figure it out. Hey, hold on a second.
Hold on, subserious.
Can you run it in just a little bit without moving? Bring your winch in just a touch.
With everyone tired and delirious, Adam does his best to make light of the situation.
That was almost bad news.
Thankfully, that didn't end bad. But quickly, everyone got back to working. As evening turned to night, we finished Fordyce.
Well, that was an epic day. As you can see, we're getting done during daylight, you know, just in time for us to go get some dinner.
Daylight in Australia.
In Australia.
I think you're confused.
I would like to say that I won the day again, podium, but that did not happen. my front axle decided it didn't like doing what I was asking it to do anymore, and these guys graciously stacked rocks, pulled winch cable, stayed positive, and threw out high fives and knuckles anytime they could. So it was a long day, but I think we made a lot of memories. This might have been the most epic overlanding trip ever. Well, let's get to the hotel.
We don't know where that is either.
Oh, well, I know where mine is.
We might be with you. Thanks for having us, guys.
Oh,
This was
also having you guys. I mean,
amazing.
Krawl 5280, Kingdom Krawl,
Yeah.
Revkit, Artec, Offroad Power Products, or even Diesel Power Products. You know, they brought their tow pig. It didn't make it.
It's here.
You know, we've got Jeep Works with us with the JLLs, and obviously they built me the second article, which was pretty badass. Did pretty well for what it is. Yeah, we have Dynatrac. Jared's up front, but you know, obviously there's a lot of us running their products out here. And Outlaw Offroad, Doug came all the way from North Carolina. He does a lot of high-end builds at his shops. And on the Rubicon, we had Spiderweb Shades and Savvy Machine and a bunch of other friends that were over there. It was pretty epic 5 days of wheeling. I mean, 2 days on the con, a day off, 2 days on Fordyce, and
Well, thank you guys for having us.
no, it's great having you guys.
But I think
Revkit, Krawl 58, Kingdom, you guys are family. I mean, extended family, but family.
And pit crew.
He's confused.
Can we go home?
yeah, let's
Yeah,
go home.
let's go home.
That's Ruby Dice.
That's a wrap.
Let's figure out where home is.
Kingdom Krawl, Ruby Dice. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Boom.
7 hours to drive now.
Except for Gabe won't get chased by a bear tonight.